But anyway, so I asked all my followers, I said, what's your worst move of the fantasy football season? And I got thousands, an insane amount. And so they're all some of the best ones here. But I'll just give you a quick one, a couple of ones, some that didn't make the title. So one guy out there traded for Rome Odunze and Chris Olave, and all he gave up was Jamar Chase. Yeah, that's a bad one. This guy grabbed Samaje Perine in just before week 1 and dropped Jordan Mason. Yeah, there's a lot of people that dropped Jordan Mason.
Thanks, Kyle Shanahan.
Another guy that spent all of his fab in week 1 on Isaiah Likely.
Well, they had a good week.
That was a moment. I remember the Isaiah Likely
week
show.
1.
Right, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
After
week 1, he blew all his fab, and then,
never to be heard from again.
Never to be had.
I traded Roschon Johnson for Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Now Roschon Johnson is going to be a lead back for an NFL team, and Tucker Kraft is thinking of dropping him for any human being with a pulse.
Don't look some insider trading on that one.
I don't know about. Yeah, what was Pete? Does backup producer Pete know about the inner workings of DeAndre Swift?
It's a very random
Very
trade.
frustrating.
The thought process there is, I think it was twofold. I mean, I don't want to speak for backup producer Pete, who really can.
Don't try to get into his mind.
No,
dangerous place to be.
There's a lot going on there. But I do think the thought process was, he's just desperate for a running back. He just needed somebody with a pulse. And also that, in the first game under Thomas Brown, see, we're actually getting to football. In the first game under Thomas Brown, Roschon Johnson had, a significant, first he got 2 of the 3 goal line carries. He scores the touchdown as well. And he got a lot more usage than he had previously under Shane Waldron. So, the thought process there is that, hey, maybe with the new offense coordinator in Chicago, Roschon Johnson, who's part of the future, and the season hasn't gone the way the Bears had hoped. Although they're still very much alive in the playoff. I mean, they're not dead. I mean, they're in a tough division, they're 4-6, but they're not. If they put a couple together, they've got a shot here.
I mentioned this on Tuesday's show, I think, but with backup producer Pete sending me this trade offer of Tucker Kraft for Roschon Johnson.
Yeah.
So I get the notification from Yahoo, then I get a text from Pete, and I'm like, all right, I'll deal with this in a few hours. This is not pressing at all. Then he sends me another text being like, just making sure that you saw my text. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to execute the trade because I want to close this dialogue. I don't want any back and forth. I don't want to think about this anymore. It's close enough. And it's inconsequential. And now I'm going to drop Tucker Kraft, I think.
Yeah, probably. It's good to know that you can be badgered over text to make a dumb trade.
Annoyed into trade.
That's that's noted for our League of NBA Assholes, league that we're in. A guy named, I just got to give him a shout out for admitting this publicly, Kyle Mignerey, Mignerey. So apologies, Kyle, so I mispronounced your last name. But so Kyle drafted Brock Bowers and then dropped him before week 1 for the Bengals defense. Not even a good defense. Not even a good.
Playing the Pats.
They were playing the Patriots in week 1 was his thought process. He thought he was okay because he had Mark Andrews, but
that was a bad move at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine just sitting here now, especially after last week when he got 16 targets, where you're just sitting there like, I could have had Brock Bowers, but instead I had the Bengals defense for 3 weeks, and then I got rid of him or whatever.
I think Brock Bowers is going to lead the league in receptions.
Yes.
It's certainly trending that way.
Anyway, so a lot of whatever bad moves you have made, and these two and I have made, I in the League of Assholes, I dropped Tyrone Tracy because I was so desperate.
One man's trash. Another's treasure.
And then I couldn't get him back because you outbid me for him. It's very upsetting. Anyway, my point is that no matter what bad moves you've made, and we've all made them, today's Love Hate will make you feel better. So it is the 2024 edition of Don't Look Back in Anger in today's Love Hate, available for free as always on rotoworld.com. I'm a company man. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and rotoworld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.